everybody, what's up? It's your boy NornRad89 here, bringing you another video today. Got my coffee here this morning, and today I actually wanted to talk about a film that I recently just added to my physical media collection. I was surprised, I started recollecting again, and I actually used to own this movie, so I'm glad that I found it, and it was actually at the Family Dollar too, so I'm very excited about it. And we're going to be talking about Charlie Bartlett. This is a really, really amazing film, a very emotionally impactful film, and it stars Anton Yelchin, and sadly, rest in peace. We did lose him at a very young age. He was a fabulous actor, and I totally recommend checking out his catalog if you haven't seen it. He's one of my top favorite actors. He's really amazing. So today we're going to do a deep dive talking about why I think you should be checking out this film. So Charlie Bartlett stars Anton Yelchin, Robert Downey Jr., Kat Dennings, Hope Davis, and Tyler Hilton. There's an amazing, fabulous cast of actors and actresses in this film, and I think everybody across the board, they all deliver in spades, for real. They all knew what kind of movie they were in, and they all brought it. And just about, for real, every character in this film is three-dimensional and has depth, and that's what I love about this film. Is it makes it so much, it just makes it better when every character has an element to them. It's like peeling back an onion. There's just more layers and more layers, and you can actually be more invested and care about these characters more because you feel like you actually know them. So let's get with the actual storyline. Charlie Bartlett is a high school student, and he's definitely on the wealthier side of the life, and his mom and him live together, and he has a father too, but his father's actually in prison, so it's just him and his mother. And yeah, as I said, they live in a very lavish house, but what Charlie doesn't have is friends, people to connect with, or popularity or anything like that. And of course, when you're a high schooler, popularity is usually at the top list of your most important things in life. So Charlie ends up getting involved with a therapist who prescribes him Ritalin for issues that they think he has and stuff like that. And it's more kind of a sign of back in the day how in this era, a lot of therapists, they're just known for that, like just prescribing kids medication, and that's kind of like the out now. It's not, they don't invest time in actually taking care of people, so they just prescribe medication. So this film, like I said, it does have a lot to say, and it's a film that is very of its time, and it came out in 2007, and it's just, yeah, it's very of its time, and it hits that area hard. And yeah, Charlie Bartlett ends up getting medication. He takes the Ritalin, but he doesn't keep taking it. Instead, he ends up going the psychology route about it, and he starts helping and talking to kids at school that aren't getting listened to, or they have a lot of problems, and he's basically taking all the stuff they tell him, then taking it to a therapist and getting the right prescribed medication for it, and then giving it out at high school. So yeah, at first it starts as just a small time thing, Charlie trying to make friends, make some money, and he's trying to get around, get his name popular. But then you can really tell as the film progresses and it goes on that he does have a very good heart, and he has a good motivation for what he wants to do. It's just, of course, when you're an adult and you're watching it through an adult eyes, this movie, you can see he doesn't understand the repercussions or the consequences to what he's doing. But he does have the path, and why he's doing it is still a good reason in this film. And he evolves throughout the film, and that's what's great, is as it goes on, he evolves throughout the film. Another great part of this film is Robert Downey Jr. One of my favorite scenes. I don't want to spoil too much because I want you to go check out this film, but one of my favorite scenes has to do with Robert Downey Jr. and Anton Yelchin. It takes place in the third act, and it's such an emotionally packed scene, and it's just amazing to see two actors at the height of their game in that scene together. And oh man, I get goosebumps just thinking about it because it's so good. It feels real, like real life. And when you know that's when they're good. When it doesn't feel like you're watching actors or actresses anymore, you're just watching a real life story take place. That's when you know that it's great. The script, everything. It's like one of those beautiful moments in a film. There's a few films throughout history, everybody's different, but there's a few films that you love in history that they have the perfect writing, the perfect directing style, the perfect actors and actresses, and the vibe, and it just hits hard, and it's like a perfect storm. And that's what this film is, for real. It is like a perfect storm. This film, for me, like I said, this isn't a review, but this is, I'm going to tell you, a hard 10 in my book for sure. This film, there's nothing I would change about this movie, and I've seen it about 6 or 7 times, and it packs an emotional punch every time, and that's why I love it, is because I get invested in these characters and I care about them no matter how many times I see it. I laugh at the jokes. It's got really good comedy in this film too, that's very natural. It doesn't take away from the story. So yes, I highly urge anybody who hasn't seen this film, go check this film out. You can either buy it, of course, like this, like a physical media, or I think it's on Pluto TV or Peacock, where you can check this out and you can stream it. But oh man, it's just one of those films where, yeah, everything was perfect. It all aligned, and it's golden. And like I said, I miss Anton Yelchin so much. He was one of my favorite young actors. He did a lot of other stuff too, like Star Trek, Odd Thomas. He was also in the Fright Night remake. So if you haven't seen his catalog, I highly recommend going out and checking it out. And you should start with this film too. Start with this film and then breeze through those other ones I was talking about. You're going to have a glorious time. But yeah, I just added this to my collection, and I got it from the Family Dollar. And it was actually like a few days after his birthday. His birthday is March 11th, Anton Yelchin. So it was a few days after that. So it was kind of like a sign, and I just had to add it to my collection. So I'm very happy I have this movie. I already watched it too. And this is like the bare bones edition. Doesn't really have any special features. It has a commentary on it. I might check that out. I'm going to check out that commentary. But thanks for sticking around with me all for this video. Like I said, I just really wanted to highlight something that you've been missing. You know, this film right here, if you haven't seen it, from 2007, Charlie Bartlett, is a glorious watch for sure. It's got such a good heart to it, and it's a great story. So definitely, if you've seen this film, let me know in the comments section what you thought of this movie. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing on the channel. Have a safe and happy day, everyone. Peace out.